Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain For You. Here's another day that got away from me. Woke up to some coaching calls and the afternoon snuck away from me. So hopefully I'll be able to get outdoors tomorrow. Happy Saturday. And today's topic is going to be the TMS Catch 22. I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute. Before I do, I'll take a couple of nice breaths. Breathe into peace. Exhale the noise or the static. I'm going to let you figure out what you want to breathe in that's positive. Exhale the negative. So, the TMS Catch 22. What the heck is that? Something I see all the time in the Facebook groups. Something I hear with coaching clients a lot. And people will say, I read the books. I understood what TMS was. I did some journaling. I did some feeling of my emotions. And it didn't work. So maybe it's not TMS because I did it and it didn't work. And so, that lack of progress leads you to second guess whether or not it's TMS. Because, well, if it's TMS, then I should be able to just feel my emotions and get better, right? It's not that simple, right? So, the Catch-22, it'll kind of keep you stuck. It will keep you believing that, well, maybe it's physical because I've done this, I've done that, it doesn't work, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but maybe it's not TMS. And what if it's something really serious medically that the doctors missed? And that, I call that, you're kind of straddling the fence. I'll be honest with you, I've got like some of those chain link fences out there. Would not be very comfortable to sit on that fence with that chain link up your butt. It's not comfortable. I'm going to encourage anybody who is questioning whether or not it's TMS purely based on the fact that they've tried some of this stuff and it hasn't worked yet. Well, that's not really evidence against TMS. It just means you haven't convinced your brain that you're safe enough to let go of these symptoms or pain. Right? And so the TMS Catch-22 is literally just being uncertain that it's even TMS because you haven't turned off the pain yet. So, what do we do about that? We go back to what I like to call the principles or the framework. What are the core concepts we got to get right? Knowledge. If you're straddling the fence and you're still unsure, do you really understand TMS? Do you understand what pain is supposed to do? Do you understand how the brain works? How neuroplasticity and neural pathways work? If not, go back. Get some of that knowledge. I've got videos on all this stuff. Have you accepted that this is TMS? Well, if your only reason to doubt that it's TMS is because you've tried journaling for a week and nothing happened, well, I'm here to tell you that's not evidence that it's not TMS. That's just evidence that you haven't convinced the brain of anything important yet. So, I don't know. The Catch-22 kind of leaves a lot of people stuck. Saw somebody posting, what if the doctors missed something serious medically? And look, the key here is, Dr. Schubner talks about this, Dr. David Clark, Dr. Hanscom, all the medical doctors who practice in the TMS mind-body psychophysiological disorder space all say we got to rule out the major medical system or problems. We want to rule out tumors, cancers, infectious disease, heart disease, strokes. If you've recently had a fall, rule out fractures. These things do require medical intervention, and that's great. But once you've ruled out the life-threatening and you got the kind of all clear, I like to call it getting medical clearance to spend some time with a non-invasive non-harmful mind-body approach, a thinking approach, an emotional approach, a retraining your brain approach. It's non-invasive. There's no downside to it. So people say, but can this TMS approach be dangerous? I would say if the doctors have ruled out anything catastrophic, disastrous medically, then no, this is not dangerous. But what if you're ignoring something real medically? Like what? A bulging disc? Again, whether it's a meniscus tear, a rotator cuff tear, some arthritic joints. That's not a major medical thing that's going to cause you to die, right? Those are not major, significant medical events. It's called aging. A lot of that is just normal aging. And you rule out the life-threatening, the catastrophic, get medical clearance to try a non-invasive, thought-based, emotion-based, brain retraining-based approach. And that's what TMS is all about. And the entire goal that I really focus on when I teach this stuff is not to give you tools and techniques to heal and do 30 minutes of journaling and 20 minutes of meditation or deep breathing. And I don't give you specific homework assignments. Why? Everybody's different. Finding your own way through the principles. Go watch that video. I map it all out for you. That's only a few days back. It's really important for us to do one thing and one thing only. To teach the brain that there's nothing to heal. There's nothing to fix. That you're not broken. Right? Everything that I suggest is designed to give your brain a message of safety that says, dude, chill out. You're okay. The knowledge, message of safety. The assessment, which makes it personal for you and says, yeah, this is definitely what's going on with me. Message of safety, right? Feel your emotions. It's a message of safety because you feel your emotions, you're still okay afterwards. And let's say you're not so okay and you're kind of upset emotionally. That doesn't mean you're in danger. It just means you've worked yourself up a little bit. That's where the soothing comes in. Soothe, breathe deeply, remind yourself you're safe. Calm down your thinking, reassure yourself. Yeah, I just felt some intense emotions, but I'm still okay. I'm still safe, I'm still here. There's nothing wrong with me, right? So feel your emotions, soothe your body, calm down your thinking. Calm down your thinking is a lot of times reminding yourself of the knowledge of TMS and the fact that that applies to you, the assessment you've done, and really getting yourself away from the freak out zone, right? These are all messages of safety to the brain to go chill out. Take that nervous system and turn the volume down on it because it's way, way too sensitive. It's interpreting everything as danger. And it's really not. And so those things are really useful to do. So, the mindset, indifference. If you can't get to indifference, at least don't freak out. Reassure yourself. It's all right, Dan. You're okay. And then shift your attention back to living life. Make your life and living it and finding joy and happiness and being productive. Make those things more important than fixing yourself. Why? Because there's nothing to fix. So the TMS Catch 22 is saying, but I've tried everything. Have you? You may have tried one or two of these things that I just walked you through. Well, I've tried journaling. Yeah, but if you're still freaking out about your symptoms and you're still researching them and you're still in pain groups and you're still going to physical therapy, you haven't really given this TMS a fair shot to be effective because you've done one thing that you think you should do. For example, the emotional work. But you haven't done anything else. You're not sure if it's TMS. You're not doing any soothing. Your thinking has not calmed down at all. You're still freaking out about the symptoms. Your mindset is out the window. And you're focused on nothing but fixing yourself. And oh my God, this hurts so bad. I'm desperate to get rid of it. And this is not criticism. This is simply observation and a reflection, holding up the mirror and going, you really haven't done enough to teach the brain that you're safe. Because 1 or 2 messages of safety followed by 4 messages of, oh my God, I'm in danger. What if the doctors miss something? There could be something serious wrong. Your brain's going to freak out. Your brain is going to know there's still a problem. The nervous system, the adrenaline, the cortisol, the fear is going to keep the symptoms persistent. The fuel that keeps it all persistent is fear and attention. And look, with fear and attention, it's going to be hard to turn off your pain or other symptoms. So we talk about TMS, too much stress. I like to joke, too much shit. My brother said that one. TMT, too much thinking, right? And I will say this one, a new acronym that I just thought of 2 days ago. TMF, too much fear. So look, your primary goal in all of this is teaching your brain that you're safe. So if you're questioning, how come this isn't working yet? What messages are you sending to this control center of your nervous system, which is controlling, turning on and off the symptoms and on and off the pain? The brain controls everything. So are you sending consistent messages to the brain that says, calm down, dude, you're all right, relax, I'm good, there's nothing to fix? Because if you're spending 8 hours a day trying to heal, it's not a message of safety. It's basically a message that goes, oh my God, I'm broken. I need a full-time job worth of effort to fix myself. Anxiety, same thing. If you wake up and you're feeling anxious, it's not a new problem to solve. Know that you're okay. Anxious feelings are okay. People give themselves anxiety attacks trying to get rid of anxiety. So look, the catch-22 is believing that this stuff is, your symptoms are not TMS. They're not too much stress. They're not too much shit. Not too much thinking. Not too much fear. Just because you've tried this stuff for a week, a month, even a year or 2. And it hasn't worked yet. So the doctors must have missed something. It's a message of danger and your brain's listening. So don't be surprised if most of the internal dialogue and messages that you're sending to your brain are fearful. Don't be surprised when the pain doesn't let go. Your primary job is to reassure yourself it's all right. I know what TMS is. I've studied it. I've done the assessments. I know that it applies to me. So my job is to use these principles that Dan talks about in almost all my videos to not heal, but to teach my brain that I'm okay. And when you do it consistently, the brain will eventually get the message. These symptoms can fade away. So if you're stuck in a catch-22, please do not conclude that TMS is not what's going on with you, simply because the efforts that you've put in so far have not worked. And hopefully I've shed a little bit of light as to some of the things that trip people up as they go down this journey, as they go down this road. The way I explained it today was, it's kind of like a recipe. And yeah, maybe you've done some journaling. Maybe you've done some meditation. It didn't work. Let's throw that out. Let me try something different. Let me look for a different expert. Let me look for a different program. Let me look for this. Let me look for that. But a recipe, if you're only trying 1 or 2 ingredients at a time, you don't put them all in together and stir it up and blend it nice, it's not going to come out. You're not going to get a cake. You're going to get some kind of slop that when you throw it in the oven, it just boils a little bit, but it doesn't turn into anything. So if you want to get this right, please don't assume that nothing works. I worked with a guy who literally says, I've tried everything. And I introduced the concept of the recipe, and he goes, but I've tried all that stuff. And my answer to him was, yeah, but you've never put it all together at once. You've tried this one, didn't work, you threw it out. That one didn't work, threw it out. You never put it all in the bowl at the same time. And so, please don't decide that this stuff isn't what is going on in your world, that it doesn't work, that something else must be going on, that the doctors must have missed something. That's the catch-22. I'm going to ask you to throw that out. Dive back in. Listen to these principles. I talk about them all the time. And with the common goal of teach your brain that you're okay, that you're safe. And that doesn't mean you walk around all day saying, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. Brain's going to call bullshit, won't believe you. Through your actions, through feeling emotions, soothing your body, calming your thinking, not really giving a crap if you hurt or not today, shifting your attention back to life, all of those things teach the brain that you're actually okay. When the brain gets a message, symptoms can turn off. So, if you're stuck in this catch-22, there's a way out, and I just laid it out for you. So, please comment below. Did this turn on any light bulbs for you? Have you recognized anything that you've done in the past on your journey? And have some of these things tripped you up? Let me know. Would love to hear from you. So, with that, I'm going to wrap it up. It's, video's getting kind of long. So we will talk to you guys and gals tomorrow. Enjoy your Saturday. We'll talk to you on Sunday. Love you.